What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the things that motivate me, the things that inspires me to improve my life and to get out of toxic situations, and the reasons why I tried to develop a strong work ethic so I could build a successful life for myself, so I could live the type of abundance and healthy lifestyle that I want to live. The reasons why I do that is because one, growing up, I always had a huge vision, I always had a dream growing up, just like most people. But like me, is like I always want to like I'm the type of person where like I don't take life for granted. I view life as a good thing. So like how I look at it is I want to showcase my potential. I want to utilize the best of my ability to get the things I want that I rightfully deserve out of life. I feel like I came into this world just like everyone else with like God-given gifts, talents, and skills that I could add value to the world. I know what I could bring to the world. I know what I could bring to the table, and I've shown it. And there are a lot of other things that I would love to share to this world. And a lot of people have gifts and talents, you know. So, and I definitely love to showcase it. So I have a huge appreciation for life. Not most people. Don't get me wrong. I'll get that later. But I do have an appreciation for life. So I take life seriously so I try to become the best version of myself. I try to become the greatest version of myself so I can reach my full potential physically, mentally, spiritually, all of that, right? And I've always been like that. It's just I had blockages and traumatic experiences I'm trying to overcome by being around the wrong types of people from birth, from being around the wrong types of family members, the wrong types of like people I was forced to be around with for like so-called friends or coworkers and just toxic environments like that. Um, with my family, they're not necessarily abusive or evil. They've done their best to take care of me, but they're so emotionally and mentally stunted that like growing up, the older I'm getting, they've done things to me where like I was forced to cut them off. I was forced to get away from them and to block all of them so I could move away from them and get the fuck away from them so I could get them out of my life because my family have a history of like a lot of mental illnesses and like there's a lot of narcissism. They love to lie. They love to not take accountability. They're very abusive. They love to lie. That they're very insecure and they like to what's the word? They present themselves in one way in public, but behind closed doors they act a certain way. So I've dealt with a lot of evil shit when it comes to family members, and I feel like they don't do this shit purposely, but more so they're just so traumatized and they're just so influenced. Like this world, this evil ass world, really kind of got to them spiritually, mentally, that they become narcissistic and a lot of spiritual warfare and demonic influences kind of like um, manipulated them or kind of like influenced them to attack people like me and shit, right? And to ruin their own lives. So that's the reason why I had to get out of them. So it's not like they're purposely trying to like harm me or anything like that. More so they're just so traumatized and they're under spiritual attack and they're under a fucking spell, like from generational curses and shit. So they'll project all their bullshit towards me. This is where you get your mental retardation. I don't want to get too disrespectful, but yeah, but that's pretty much what I had to deal with family members. So I was forced to call them off and this and that. So as I'm getting older, the more I was being exposed to how corrupt and evil this world is. Obviously, it started from family members, how they kind of hold me back in life, and like not only that, but I realized how corrupt the world is, how corrupt the system is when it comes to finances, when it comes to like money restrictions, and not only that, but like especially as I'm getting older, like I was working at these jobs and these different types of career fields, and I realized how toxic people are. Where like they always project their own traumas, they project their insecurities. They're just so toxic, and this world is so restricted when it comes to finances. You can't really do anything without money. So as I'm getting older, as I'm being thrown into these things, I'm starting to realize like I don't want to live a life where like I'm constantly being controlled by an evil, restricted world, along with mentally damaged people, right? And I've dealt with this my whole life growing up, and I feel like obviously we all experience this. Every human being, this world is evil. So a lot of people also experience being stuck and controlled by this corrupt ass world, right? People also experience being around the wrong types of people in their environment. A lot of people experience this. I'm not saying just me. Everyone experiences this, but like with me, it's like there are times where I get extremely fed up, and I'm just so over. I'm so over like being around narcissistic people who like to lie and gaslight me. Like I've been around people who would steal money from me, people who like steal like people. Like, I have family members who will like throw over $5,000 worth of nice clothes while I was gone at the house. Like I've been lied to. I've been physically, mentally attacked. So I've been around the ringer when it comes to like dealing with like shitty people and like family members. I know what it's like. So I know what it's like to be physically, mentally attacked, stolen money from, have my clothes taken away from me, being kicked out the house, out of self-defense on my end, being lied to, getting up on this and that. So I know what it's like. So and And at times I'll be like observing people and I'm just seeing how just toxic they are, how emotionally immature they are. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not with that. So when I constantly experience that my whole life, is like I have a strong desire to not only better myself, but to really grind and work hard so I could get away from my situation in life, right? And not only that, but it really motivates me to do the healing work and to do the shadow work, so I won't become the types of people that I was subjected to growing up. That's out of my control. You know what I'm saying? So luckily we're in the information age with the internet, so you have YouTube videos like New Mind Frame and other like uh, psychology channels when it comes to like spiritual warfare, when it comes to like narcissism, how to heal, like how to do shadow work, astrology. Just a lot of spiritual channels and videos, a lot of information about healing from like narcissism and abuse. All that shit's coming to the surface for us to learn. So I'm thankful for the internet, and it really opened my eyes to the things I've experienced. But more so, it kind of inspired me to heal, to do the healing work. I feel like we have the tools to do the healing work. We just gotta take action. You know what I'm saying? Not all the time, because there are times where like if you want to take certain types of therapy practices, like there's different types of therapies. There's talk therapy. There's like therapy for your nervous system. Different types of therapies, right? There's like hypnosis therapy or some shit like that, but it costs a lot of money. And like I said, this world is not free. This world's very evil, so everything is restricted. This is why there's a lot of conflict, violence, and suffering in this world, because there's so much enslavement and corruption in this world, right? So that's what motivates me to do the healing work, to better myself and to get out of my situation, so I won't be around or subjected to the wrong types of people that I'm used to, and more so I could experience life to where I could do things financially free without being restricted or controlled by finances. And I feel like everyone has that goal and dream. We just got to tap into our heart. We got to tap into what we're good at. We just got to be in the right alignment. And shout out to Chauncey One, because Chauncey One, he mentioned that like the importance of being in the right alignment. And once you're in the right alignment, along with doing the healing work, then you're able to attract the things you want out of life. Everything that you rightfully deserve is owned to you. You will get those things once you're doing the healing work and once you're in the right alignment, right? But we just gotta, yeah. So shout out to him shout out to Chauncey One for mentioning that. But it gets more complex as well, and he talks about this because like me, we all have different beliefs. But me, I personally believe I'm into spirituality, so I believe as bad as we want to do the healing work and to get off our situation, there's nothing wrong with that, and that should be, and that should how you should live life, to always better yourself, so you won't experience the things you don't want out of life. But I also feel like at times in life we don't have free will as much. So like we're times where like we're meant to be put into abusive situations or abusive life situations with people, or like work situations, maybe because of karma or like karmic energies or karmic cycles. And not only that, but people talk about generational curses. That's why people are born into dysfunctional families, and it's so hard for them to get out of their situation. I feel like the type of family you're born into, it can really kind of give you it'll kind of dictate your life. Obviously you still have the free will to change your life, but I feel like it's gonna be a lot harder than the average person who's born into a family who isn't so mentally fucked up and who aren't born into poverty, right? This is why, like, would you rather be born into a family who's very wealthy? If you are, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to do the things you want and to pursue your dreams, versus if you're born into poverty, then it's gonna be hard for you to build your success up, because you're forced to work at jobs you don't want to be in, just so you can get assets for you to navigate, so you can pursue your dreams, like a car. So it's like you can work like at a bullshit job you don't want to be in, so you could get a car, so you can help get your own place and support your family and this and that. So it gets complicated when you're born. So depending on what type of family you're born into, my own opinion, I feel like it'll really dictate how your life is going to be, at least starting off. Not your whole life, but at least starting off. It's going to give you like a rough start. But I feel like things happen for a reason. So just because you're born into a shitty family or you're born into poverty is not going to dictate your life. It's more so you're meant to learn lessons. And I feel like more powerful spirits, or the more powerful your life mission is, the more obstacles and setbacks you will experience. This is how life is. So once you get out of it, you're able to help a lot more people. You're able to have a lot more wisdom, and you're able to like do a lot of things that are great that no one's able to achieve based on the things you've experienced and the things you're able to overcome. It doesn't have to be just like family situations or poverty. It can be anything, like mental health. It can be like addictions. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what motivates me more to get to want more out of life, to get out of my situations that I'm not satisfied with. But also I'm always always around with just like people who aren't at my level, people who are very shitty, people who are very disrespectful, people who are just like not right in the head, and like I'm just so sick of it. So I am currently. I mean, I've always been like this, but obviously I'm still doing the healing work. But I am currently trying to get out of my situation by like improving my diet, by improving my fitness, pursuing my goals, doing more shadow work, doing more healing work, doing more soul searching, doing more about myself, so I could build a type of life for myself, so I could create for myself, such as meeting the right types of people, you know, financial wealth, but more so having those things while pursuing the things I love by following my heart. And if I can help other people in the process, that'll be even better. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if you're in the right alignment, you're automatically going to help other people at a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes this world gets so aggravating because we got so much people who are just so mentally ill, but also there's a lot of restrictions in this world. And not only that, but we got time speeding up. We got the days going by a lot faster. So it's like it's so hard to kind of like get your tasks done. It's so hard to kind of stay focused because the days are going by extremely fast. And time is speeding up, so it's hard to, get things done in one day. You know what I'm saying? So it does get annoying, but it's just how it is. And it's kind of scary too. Like I feel like the government, they control everything. So like I've heard videos where people talk about how like the government, they can control the internet. Like, and not only that, but it's just kind of crazy. This is what I'm talking about. This world is so evil because like you could work your ass off building wealth for yourself, right? And let's say your career path involves YouTube, or like, let's say your career path involves the internet in some way, because a lot of people make money off the internet, right? Or they have their business off the internet. Like you could work so hard for that, and then the government or the elites or the people in power, they could shut that shit down, and there goes your business, there goes your finances. Now you don't have real freedom because they're in control of the internet, they're in control of the finances. They can really shut that shit down, and once they shut that shit down, we don't have access to that. So it's like, it makes me think, like, do we really have free will, or is this crazy how like we're subjected to such a restricted world? But not only that, but we're around sinister, just fucking evil people, right? So like sadistic motherfuckers, right? So I don't know. I'm thinking too much into it, but I'm just speaking it from observation. I'm gonna go more into detail, but it's a lot to explain. But you know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is like, just do the best you can, follow your heart, do what you love, pursue your passions, work smarter, not harder. Don't forget, obviously work hard as well, give effort, focus on your health, focus on your finances, focus on your mental health, focus on your physical health, like with exercises, do some like meditations, yoga, breath work, therapy work. Just do what you got to do the healing work, to do the shadow work, learn about spirituality, learn more about yourself, build a life for yourself where you're able to live a very happy, fulfilling life in your own definition, your own terms. In the process, try to help people out if you can. We all have God-given gifts and talents, so try to share that to the world, because we all have talents and God-given gifts. We're all just unique. We just all have it, just express in different ways and shit, But yeah, just live life the best you can. Life is short, so live life to the fullest. Have fun. Take life seriously, but don't take life personally. If people do some bullshit, just ignore them. Just know that the more shitty people project their behavior towards you, just know that you're in the right path, and it's natural for people to experience inconveniences with the system, with this unstabilized system. And yeah, so just know more about yourself, follow your heart, help people, do right, have fun, enjoy life, laugh, and yeah, like, comment, subscribe, have a good one, and always believe in yourself and don't give up, and always try new things, and have a good one. Peace.